First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future. That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter. Member FDIC.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to West Lawrence High School. We're here to talk tennis today with head coach Danny Johnson. Proud to be here, Coach Johnson. Proud to be making it another round.
That's exactly right. Proud to be practicing today. We're practicing today. That means we're in the Sweet 16. Second round of the state playoffs.
Yeah. And, Coach, you had a decent team come in. You never know what another side of a number 4 looks like
you don't.
Until they show up.
That's right.
You have a look at
That's
them.
right.
That number 1 was a big kid who moved pretty well, didn't he?
Yeah, on the boys' side, America Sumter, we've played them in the past, in the state playoffs as well. But, yeah, their coach is, same coach they've had for the last several years, Coach Carl Willis, and he brought a team in. They were the 4 seed out of Region 1, 4A, and those guys could play some tennis, particularly the number 1 you're referring to. I told him I wouldn't have picked him out of a lineup for a 1 singles player, but he was pretty agile for a big guy,
yeah.
And Coach Willis does a good job of recruiting athletes from other sports to play tennis, and he does a good job.
And, Coach, you could kind of size that up when they came off the bus, when you're looking at number 1, especially number 2, number 3 along in there, and you're looking at the kids, you say, they got some athletes.
Yeah.
And you don't know what you're going to get when you put an athlete in any sport.
If those athletes have more time playing tennis, they'll be better tennis players.
Yeah.
They just were, a little inexperienced, hadn't played enough tennis. But some of them are young. Coach mentioned they had a couple of freshmen and sophomores, so we might see them in the future.
Yes, well, we got ample number. We pointed out last week, ladies and gentlemen, out of our first 3 singles on the boys' side, we have 2 freshmen.
Yeah, that's
starting,
right. That's right. 2 out of the 3 are freshmen with a senior sandwiched in the middle. But we won by a score of 4-0 in the boys' match. We won. Ben Deal got the win at 2 singles. Cole Wooten got the win at 3 singles, and then our first doubles team of Connor Milton and Caleb Tanner got a win. And at second doubles, we put Parker Everly and Zach Hall out there on Tuesday, and they got the win. Now, Jesse Todd Johnson, the first singles player, was still playing. He was up a sets, and in the second, I think he was up 2 or 3 to 0 before we pulled him.
Yeah. And you get to the point you won, and he's out there battle. I mean, hey, why not? Plus, we're dealing with a little bit of a knee issue there.
Yeah. And a lot of that has to do. You might be saying, well, why didn't you finish that match? A lot of it involves the other coach and team as well. They had a long drive. The match had already been decided, and Coach Willis, wanted to pull them. A lot of times you just don't want to risk injury. One team's going on, the other, might have
just
some kids
play.
Take
it on to the house.
Or might have some kids playing tournament tennis. Don't want to get injured, something like that.
Yes, sir. But it fared well. The boys, did real well. Most of it finished pretty quickly. Now, I will just stop for a minute and let you talk about Cole. Tell me about him and how he's progressed.
I've followed Cole, and he's our 3 singles player. Followed him, pretty much since he was a 6th grader, and he just picked tennis up, I think, in 6th grade. He came out to me on Fridays for lessons, he also took lessons from Coach Wayne Scott here in town, and he's just taken off. That's his only sport. I think he was a motorbike racer or something before then, maybe Mama and Dad wanted him to take something a little less dangerous or something, maybe a little less expensive. Of course, tennis can be expensive. They're finding that out.
They're finding that out now.
They go up to Macon 3 times a week for lessons. So you know, but you know.
He's come along.
He's come along, and I can't say enough about his parents too, who are willing to do what it takes, you know, to help him get better. And you know, we're fortunate to have him. He's played a lot of doubles this season. You know, trying to find, you know, where he fit best on in our lineup right now. And it looks like we're a better team. Not only with him at 3 singles, but with Caleb Tanner and Connor Milton being able to play the one double spot.
Yeah, makes you feel real good about that. But Coach, you know, we talk about parents that feed into their kids, you know, and give them the opportunity. They find that support that they're pretty good at it. And they find somebody to help them develop, not only a coach, but they find some trainer, some coach outside of the area, in the area, and that really pays off in any sport, doesn't it?
It does, and you know. I say as long as the kid is having fun doing it, you know, as long as, you know, he doesn't feel like it's a job, you know, and dreading going those places. And you know, Cole, you know, goes to Macon 3 times a week for those lessons, and he also plays USTA tournament tennis, you know, with my son, and you know, it's helping us get better. And you know, as long as it's if he's getting better, our team's better for it. So you know, I'm all for it.
Yeah. So let's talk about the next step now for the boys' side. How are we looking there, and what's our next step?
Boys wise, you know, we'll play. We have to have the second round determined, I think, by next Thursday. So we got a little time, and you know, we try to pick the right day regarding weather and whatnot, you know, what's going on here at school and stuff like that. But to my knowledge, it looks like we probably will be playing, I think, maybe East Side High School out of, you know, I think the Conyers or Covington area there. They were the number 2 seed out of Region 4, which, you know, has a powerhouse in Woodward Academy at the 1. So, you know, no slouch if you come in number 2 to Woodward Academy.
Yeah. So, Coach, and what day are we looking at that so fans can kind of plan on?
Weather-wise, I don't think Monday's looking good right now regarding the weather, so we're looking at probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week for that match, probably. So and we'll get to host.
Yeah, and that's awesome. So look for that, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people turned out, Coach.
Yeah.
A lot of fans. I mean, it's impressive to me.
Several people in the community, you know, I didn't anticipate seeing, you know, John Mark Butler being one, you know, insurance agent in town. I sent him a schedule. He's one of our sponsors for a tournament, and sent him a schedule, and there he popped right up.
I mean, people, old-time West Lawrence people, you know, people that love tennis in the community, lined up and down watching the boys and girls. So you want to look for that, and we'll be letting you know on that date, as far as the date and the time, whether it be Tuesday or next Wednesday. Just an outstanding job by the boys, Coach. You know, you got them up at a good level. The attitude is good. You know, they know you win or go home.
Yeah, it is. You know, that was our first match of the year where, you know, we were in a lose or win or go home situation, lose and go home. You know, and it'll be like that, you know, for the remainder here. But you know, we just relish in the opportunity to practice because, you know, by advancing to each round, you know, you get more practice in, you know, and right now, you know, after this round, only 16 teams will be practicing tennis, you know, for this next round.
And we're good on injury. You know, Jesse Todd's knee's okay. You know that issue. Tell us about it.
He had a little hiccup before spring break right there. We thought we were going to be have a serious injury where, you know, it might be a ligament deal, a ACL or something, and it turned out, you know, he's got a condition. We had an MRI. All the ligaments and tendons were good, and we went got the MRI results, and he's got basically a congenital condition, meaning he was born with it, where he's got a 2-part kneecap, which, you know, isn't very serious or anything, but apparently he did twist it, and it kind of presented itself like an ACL, but it was more or less just kind of like a partial dislocation. Wasn't a dislocation, and it was kind of just like a bruise, and you know, we went up to Houston Orthopedic Clinic in Columbus, and got the orthopedic to look at it, and we got good results. He's wearing a brace right now, and hopefully he's pretty close to 100%. Hopefully, and maybe. We won't have any setbacks regarding that.
Yeah, that's crucial. You know it is for us in moving on,
Yeah.
especially this next week and the following week.
Yeah, I mean,
it's only going to get tougher, Coach.
That is it. Each round's going to be more difficult, and you just hopefully on that particular day you can play as the best tennis you possibly can.
Yeah, we'll talk about the girls. We're going to take a short break and come back and talk more tennis with Coach Danny Johnson. So stay with us.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Bailey's Custom Flooring. Treat your home or business to a makeover today with Bailey Custom Flooring, a proven contractor of commercial and residential coverings. Bailey Custom Flooring, locally owned and operated by Bill Bailey, offering floor covering sales and installation. For more information, call 290-6084.
Dublin Tire is a family-owned and operated company that has been in business since 1955. Is your truck consuming excessive oil? Bring your vehicle to us. You can trust our experienced team to provide complete truck repair services. Does your vehicle need new tires? We can provide you with auto tires from the best brands. You can also count on us for quality truck tires and other auto services. We also provide 24-hour emergency services. Call today for more information or visit us online.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, beautiful weather for tennis, isn't it, Coach?
Well, it's beautiful out, sunny, and Ron, and the temperature's fine. We could tone it down on the wind a little bit out there, but we can't complain. We're practicing, and we can't complain at all.
I saw a few shots the other day, man. They hit it, and it's like that's got to go out.
Yeah,
and it just fall right in there.
Yeah.
Hitting into the wind makes a big difference.
Well, and the thing about it is, both teams have to deal with it. It's just not on one side of the court.
Mm-hmm. So we want to look at the girls' side of the bracket now, Coach. Tell us about that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, two different teams, two different competitors, two different people coming up out of the region. And so tell us about the last match.
Okay, our girls face Cairo, the number 4 seed out of Region 1-4A, and we started them before the guys. They started playing about 3:30, and we were able to put all 5 lines on the court there. Cairo had a very good 1 and 2 singles player, and in tennis, all it takes is 3 really good players, and you can win a match. At the 1, 2, and 3 singles spots. So those matches were close at the 1 and 2 spots. Now our 3 singles and 1 doubles and 2 doubles were able to get the job done, and we were able to come out ahead 3-0, and we eventually pulled the matches at 1 and 2 singles as well.
And they were tough.
And they were still on the court.
Scratching your head, you're thinking, "Oh man, what's going on?"
Yeah, well, I would say the strength of our team is our depth. We don't have elite players, but we have very good players, from 1 all the way down to, even our reserves, 7, 8, 9 here. And, that's probably where, we are able to, get the job done here in the first and second round. Now, once you get down the road, everybody's going to, going to have that depth, and we're going to have to play our best tennis at all lines.
Yeah. And your players, it seems all the way through, Coach, and it's got to be a reflection now that on you and the program. They have that tenacity. They don't want to lose. They keep on. You may be facing a better player.
Yeah.
But that's the mindset of the team, it seems, on all the players.
Yeah.
I won't be beat just because you're better than I am. And that's what you call just tenacity to me. It's mental toughness.
Mental toughness. On one of our signs from previous years' past success, we say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah.
And you gotta. I tell my players that you can only worry about what's going on your court. if everybody does that, we'll be okay. We cheer, the other players, their teammates on, but you got to take care of business, play the best tennis you possibly can on your court, and take care of business there first.
Yeah, and Coach, we know that several of them out there are testimonies to it, that if you keep playing hard, you can break that kid's spirit in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Coach, you play a lot of better players, and you play kids and people that really they should beat you just looking at it. But
that's right.
You're not going to quit, and you're going to figure out how to beat them.
That's
you
right.
will not go away.
That's right. Tennis is a thinking game. The old adage, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
And there's more than one way to play play tennis. You can have power, you can have finesse, you can use your athleticism, or you can not have much athleticism and just be be a smart player and place the ball well, and you can win a lot of matches.
And you can frustrate the dickens out of people.
That's right. just another adage we say: be the last one to hit it in.
Yeah.
I use that, and I also give your opponent one more opportunity to screw it up.
Yeah.
Just give them, just put it back over, keep it in play, put it back over, make them hit it one more time.
So tell me some highlights on the girls. Now I know you're real proud of Gracie Drew. She's filled in. She's played singles. She's played doubles.
Yeah.
She's solid. She wants to win.
Yeah. She's got that will to win. I hope maybe she inherited it.
Got it from her mama, you say?
Yeah. Her mom hates to lose for sure. But we probably have 4 good singles players on our team, and we can only put 3 out there at one time. And Gracie Drew's kind of sacrificed the last couple of years probably to play doubles, for us. And she's a junior now, and they're playing in that one double spot, and her and her partner. Have really come on, Taylor Duke, and played good tennis.
She gotten better.
Yeah, they have. Taylor only picked up tennis in 9th grade. So she's come a long way in a short period of time, and we're fortunate enough to have her and those two competing at that one double spot, and we need that line, to win as we get further down in the state playoffs.
Yeah. And Coach, and people who know about tennis already know it's that combination you have to learn and develop out of the talent pool that you have in order to win. But just explaining it to some people who don't, I mean, that's the key. You have to put the best lineup together. You may have 4 single players, but you got to figure out who's going to be the best player in doubles, and that's not easy.
It's not. And a lot of it deals with chemistry, particularly at the doubles positions. Who can play with who? Not just getting along. Just kind of working as a cohesive unit on the court together.
Yeah, they got to learn how to win, and again, doubles is difficult to me. It looks a lot more difficult.
A lot of communication between the two players.
Yeah. So, Coach, again, we're looking ahead for the girls. Who do we face?
Looks like we're going to face the same opponent as the boys. East Side, out of Augusta. Out of Covington or Conyers area there. They were the number 2 seed behind Woodward Academy, Region 4, 4A right there, and have not made contact with the coach yet, but
you're gonna make him sweat it out a little.
Well, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on some information from a coach in the region there, so we can make contact, and hopefully over the next 24 hours we'll get that done and kind of lock down a date for next week. Like I said, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully.
The coach, as a rule during the season, you pretty well go Monday, Thursday, and Friday's kind of a day off.
Yeah. I do. I'm a firm believer. It's a long season, January to hopefully the 1st of May, certainly the end of April, and you just don't want the kids to burn out. You want to keep it fun, keep it, kind of, I guess, variety, in practices and whatnot. Not let it get stale. And I'm a firm believer. The body needs rest. You need a little time off. You need to recharge your batteries, and that's what we do.
So you'll hold suit to that. You'll go through the weekend. They'll take that time.
Yeah.
And then you hit it
and
again.
hopefully come back Monday ready to play again.
No need to mess with success.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we appreciate what you're doing, Coach.
Well,
we
thank
really
you.
do.
I appreciate
Look
it, Ron.
forward to the next round, ladies and gentlemen. You look for us. We're going to let you know if it's Wednesday or if we choose that. Was it Tuesday
It's
or Wednesday?
Tuesday or Wednesday,
Tuesday
it
or
looks like.
Wednesday time. We're going to let you know exactly. But once again, you see these young people out in the community, encourage them. You see Coach out in the community, you encourage them. It doesn't come easy to win, Coach. It
No,
never does.
And winning, you know, it doesn't get boring. It doesn't get boring because you know you just keep trying to have that success, and I guess that's what drives you. Is success drives success.
Mm-hmm. Keep up the good work, Coach.
Thank you.
Be talking to you next week
Thank
after
you,
the
Ron.
win.
Thank you.
There are many ways of doing business today.
Hello?
Call centers, mobile apps.
Right away.
But when it comes to what really matters, our way is pretty simple. To be there when you need us most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Orr Insurance in Dublin is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.